Hi guys, right, welcome back. Feels strange saying welcome back to something I know is going to be halfway through the video, but yeah, like I said in the interlude there, a lot of time lapse in this. Unfortunately, I did start off doing a bit more of a commentary and stuff as we went along, but so it was just got so frustrating, and there was a few things that went wrong, and it's late. I mean, the time now is it's about 1:15 in the morning. And I'm still working and stuff, so I got tired and grouchy, and it just wasn't coming off the tongue right and stuff. So I just decided to throw it all in a time lapse for you, bit of music over the top, and go from there. But that is it. Barring a few small little things, a few small little bits and pieces that still need doing. That is the engine is fully assembled now. Fairly happy with how it all came out. Like I say, it wasn't straightforward as I had it planned in my head. Issues with the tensioner, as you can see, that's mega close to the engine mount and stuff, just from how far it's been pushed over because of the decomp plate. So I'm not overly keen on that. The belt is very tight as well, like very tight. I'm hoping that it's going to stretch a little bit when we first start running it, and it will eventually be all right. But I am a little bit concerned that it might snap. Which, if it does, well, what are you going to do? We'll build Zetec Turbo 2.0 with rods and pistons rather than decomp plate and go that way. But for now, it's all together. It all turns over nice and freely. Happy with all the cams laid in there. Obviously, all absolutely slathered up in a bit of the good old Lucas Oil assembly lube all over that. Made the mistake years ago, built one of these heads and everything all up, put everything dry, and started it and got it up started, and almost 2 minutes after it started, one of the camshafts seized, and obviously the pulley spun out, and that was it, ruined the head, bent all the valves. So yeah, made that mistake once and don't ever want to make that again. So yeah, they're all lubed up properly, ready to go. Intake is on. Tell you something I didn't video, actually, I completely forgot to do it, was I did finally, I actually found a countersink bit. It's actually a step cutter, hole cutter for tubing that we use at work, but use that to countersink the bolts in here, so they're all countersinked in and bolted flush. No gasket on there yet. I was going to buy one, and then Dean said actually, like when he stripped down one of his engines, because he's putting trumpets and he's staying naturally aspirated, he doesn't need that gasket. And he said he's got a decent one sitting in his box, so I'm going to wait till lockdown's over and we can see each other a bit more often, and I'll go and grab that off him and just whip that on there real quick. But apart from that, all came out quite nicely. Had to clearance the alternator pulley here. Oh, let's get that to focus. Oh, there we are. Had to clearance all this alternator pulley to like the missed the water pump. I think this is a Mark III Escort one, XR3i, I think. And obviously that's going to drop the alternator down nice and low. So it'll clear the water pump housing. You're not even in the camera shot there. There we go. So it's going to clean it down, drop it down nice and low. So it'll clear the water pump housing. Obviously I've still got to do something with this here. I don't know whether I'm going to run the firebox on there or not. I've got a really old crappy one over here. This won't be the one that I use. If I do, it's proper rusty. Maybe I will use it. I just have to give it a good old clean up. But because of where I'm mounting the turbo, i.e. over here, I can get away with running the standard firebox. If not, I might get a plate made up. Obviously I know DA Engineering does one, and get him to put a little baffle and an AM fitting on there, just so I can run that as my block breather. They're sort of in the standard configuration, and obviously we've got the valve cover breather at the top there. What else have we got on here? This still needs to be sorted out. I only could find one of the bolts, but I have got a spare head sitting over at my house, so I can just nick the bolts out of that for that. The DA pulley kit is on. That's the pulley relocation kit there, so that obviously with these the water pump's got to run that way, and if I wasn't running that pulley kit, the belt would run over the top and then it would run it reverse. So there you have two options. You can either get a reverse water pump impeller on the inside so that it will run that way, or DA Performance Engineering do these cool little kits that just put an idler pulley up there, and it's adjustable, so it acts as your tensioner as well. I'll just show you guys that. You can see there that just acts as your tensioner up and down on the belt. So what will happen is the belt will come up here over the top of the pulley and then back round on itself that way, and then obviously the water pump will run the right way. So yeah, nice little serpentine round there. I had to clearance a bit of the blacktop belt cover for the bolt to clear in there, which is annoying because obviously I painted this all up nice, but you'll never see that once it's on the engine anyway. And then the other thing that I had to do, which I did know about, I just hadn't done yet, was I had to cut out clearance on this mount. These were the first batch of mounts that DA Performance did, and they needed tweaking slightly for the black tops, because it would hit on the cam pulley. Even more so now that I've spaced it out. Obviously the cam pulley usually would be over here somewhere, but obviously it's so far spaced out that it's gonna have to be cut back. So I've cut that back, and obviously I just need to now retouch the paint, but I'm not too worried about that because I've still got to retouch the paint around there, finish cutting that hole and stuff. But yeah, that's that. Starter motor's all on the back there. That was already bolted before we started, but that's on the back. Got the intermediate shaft in, all hooked up. Gearbox cable mount is all in, linkage is all in. Yeah, pulley's all on there. You can see I'm running Piper Cams adjustables. So yeah, that's it. It's all set up. DA Performance coil-on plug plates. So we're going to be running the Twiter Denso coil-on plugs. Still need to get those, obviously. But that is it. Next thing on the video, next video out. Sorry, I think is going to be just finish up cutting those holes in the bulkhead there. I probably won't film anything because you know it's cutting a hole. It's not that exciting. So yeah, once that's all sorted, I can get the engine back in the hole. And then it's a case of sorting out all the wiring. I'm gonna have to go through and sort out all the loom and everything. Obviously, like I did, you can see with the auxiliary loom, got it all tucked up really nice and hidden all the way, sort of wire tucked and stuff. So you won't see any wiring. I want to try and do my best to do exactly the same with the with the engine loom as well, which shouldn't be that difficult because obviously we're running aftermarket management, so we can create our own loom to our needs. There's none of the extra crap that comes with the standard loom. I haven't got to worry about any of that, so it's literally just going to be the bare essentials. So yeah, pretty chuffed with that. This was a nightmare to get together, to be honest, I won't lie to you. That is the main reason that it was all time lapse. So again, I do apologise for that. I probably could have made a better deal of the video if we'd had a running commentary, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So yeah, if you're still watching, guys, I do thoroughly appreciate it. I hope you're still watching. But yeah, no, I do thoroughly appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're watching this one and you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, where we go over some very basic things, obviously redid the head, valves, ST170 springs, retainers, that kind of thing. And then obviously making up the Nissan Pulsar GTIR inlet, Toyota ITB throttle bodies, and the custom made Dan ST Engineering inlet manifold. I'll just go back and take a look at those two. They're a little bit more in depth, those videos. But yeah, for now, that's it. I said it'd be three parts. I think that is going to be it. I don't think I'm going to do another one on the engine yet. Next video, we'll be getting that in and wiring, and then hopefully at some point, financially dependent, obviously I've got to work out how I'm going to pay for it, but they're going to get all the schedule 10 stuff for the exhaust manifold, and we'll get that all made up. I haven't got a TIG welder, and I've never TIG welded in my life. So the plan is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a load of schedule 10, going to get it all mocked up in place and tack the joins, so it's all spaced out where it needs to be, and then I'm going to take it off to someone local and get it all TIG welded, because obviously they're going to have it back purged and all that kind of thing then. So yeah, that's where we're going with that. So yeah, I appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.